God says these two lies are destroying you. You don't realize that you believe two lies that are so subtle, but slowly they completely destroy your life. And you might be right now in a bad position because of these lies. So please listen carefully. I had this word when I was sitting in silence praying God, and I had this little poem came to my mind, and I opened the Bible randomly, and I came across the warning. This is a great, awesome message, by the way, but also a warning with instruction. I'm going to give you at the end the two lies with the truth, but first you need to listen to this to this word that makes sense. All right. And if this video helps you out, don't forget to like, subscribe to not miss the next one. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Ivaldi. I just help you here grow with God, become everything He created to be, having the amazing life God has for you, and not falling in the traps of the world, of the enemy. If this interests you, welcome. God says the shame and guilt is making you miserable. Who told you you are not able? Who told you you are not lovable? I am your God. I am your Father. By the way, I just had this right now. These are not the two lies, by the way. The word is going to tell you one part of the lie, and the second part of the lie is going to be in the Bible. So, who told you you were not lovable? I am God, your Father. And I tell you, it's time to dig deeper, to heal from these lies, to break away from these spies, set up walls to not recreate the ties. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to the shame. You're not lame. Even if you didn't wake up on time, even if you're wasting your time, I still love you. Just you. It does not have to do with what you do. But it pleases me when you listen to me. It pleases me when you get to know me. You know them more than me, yet they love you less than me. You're closer to them, but you get wounded by them. I want to heal these wounds. It takes time to get off the dunes. You were in a desert. The enemy tried his last tricks on you. Now you can heal and do all the beautiful things I called you to. I know it's difficult. I know the struggle. But I also know your future. And when you are with me, you will see me because of your purity. So don't get it twisted. You are more than worthy. They don't see you like me, and they know not your future. So keep your structure. Victory. Victory. The battle is close to end. You will be victorious. You won't worry about how much you spend. Because of these problems, it's the end. This is the word I had, sitting in silence, praying, and then ask God, please tell me what you want me to know. Tell me, give me confirmation or something. And then He gave me this. And this is Daniel 5. Listen carefully. By the way, if this video helps you out, don't forget to like, subscribe, and if you want to support this ministry, so see it in this word, link in the description to do so to support this channel. This channel actually is existent. It is in existence thanks to you guys that support it. If you don't support it, I cannot make these videos. I cannot keep doing this. So thank you so much. So this is in Daniel 5. So the king, in Daniel 5, there's like the king that saw a terrifying vision. There was like the fingers that were writing something on a wall, I think. And he didn't know what it meant. Like there was like a writing. Nobody could understand it. And he asked like many people and nobody could understand it. At one point, there's like a woman that tells the king, oh, don't worry, right? Because the king was like, I changed color, literally. He changed color because he was so afraid of this writing. This is the warning from God. And he then asked Daniel. So there's like this guy that can interpret things and know what these things mean. And he's brought to him, and then he says, Your Majesty, the Most High God. Yes, so Your Majesty, the Most High God gave sovereignty, majesty, glory, and honor to your predecessor, Nebuchadnezzar. This is the father of the king, of the current king, right? He made him so great that people of all races and nations and languages trembled before him in fear. He killed those he wanted to kill and spared those he wanted to spare, and disgraced those he wanted to disgrace. He honored those he wanted to honor and disgraced those he wanted to disgrace. But when his heart and mind were puffed up with arrogance, he was brought down from his royal throne and stripped of his glory. He was driven from human society, and he was given the mind of a wild animal, and he lived among the wild donkeys. He ate grass like a cow, and he was drenched with the dew of heaven, until he learned that the Most High God rules over the kingdoms of the world and appoints anyone he desires to rule over them. You are his successor, O Belshazzar. And you knew all this, yet you have not humbled yourself. For you have proudly defiled the Lord of heaven and have had these cups from his temple brought before you. You and your nobles and your wives and concubines have been drinking wine from them while praising gods of silver, gold, bronze, iron, wood, and stone, gods that neither see nor hear, but you have not, nor know anything at all, but you have not honored the God who gives you the breath of life and controls your destiny. So God has sent this hand to write this message. This is the message that was written. Mene, Mene, Tekel, and Parsin. This is what these words mean. Mene means numbered. God has numbered the days of your reign and has brought it to an end. Tekel means weighed. You have been weighed on the balances and have not measured up, meaning he was too light. He didn't have enough on the balance. Parsin means divided. Your kingdom has been divided and given to the Medes and Persians. Then, at Belshazzar's command, Daniel was dressed up in purple robes, a gold chain was hung around his neck, and was proclaimed the third highest ruler in the kingdom. That very night, Belshazzar, the Babylonian king, was killed. What is this warning about? So, I'm going to give you action steps. I'm going to give you then the 2 lies and the 2 truths to replace these lies, because you're believing 2 lies. So, God basically is saying here that through the word, first of all, that you're worthy. Don't let yourself be shamed or feel guilty for not doing things perfectly, but make sure you don't let that swing you on the other side of feeling that you are more worthy than others, and let yourself become prideful and arrogant, because when you are, God will take you down very low. Very, very low. And I'm telling you this because I had this experience myself. When I got prideful, God punished me literally the next day. I had the worst sickness in my life, the worst pain in my life. And it was horrible. And I was not able even to become prideful after this, because I lost the things I was prideful about. It was my physique, right? My great physique. I was like going to the gym. I was like looking at myself, hey, look at you. Anyway, And so here are the action steps for you to take. Ask yourself, what's one thing you often feel shame for, or like you're not as worthy of love because you did or did not do this, right? Do you feel like you're not worthy when you don't wake up on time, maybe? Do you feel like maybe you lose confidence in these moments? What are these moments, right? What are these things that you just are attaching your value to? 2, realize the lie that this thing makes you unlovable and unworthy, and realize the truth that God loves you just as you are, not with what you do. You don't need to do for God to love you. He loves you before that. Third question, third action step, who makes you feel unworthy? Who makes you feel guilt and shame? Ask yourself, who makes me feel guilty and ashamed? And how can you set firm boundaries with love? Or if they are a very bad influence and very negative, cut off ties. How can you cut off the ties? How can you block them? How can you just not speak to them? How can you not see them? How can you not have them influence you to be feeling ashamed and guilty? Maybe for a certain time, for you to be healed, right? For them not to trigger your wounds again. And then how can I make sure that I don't become prideful? How can you make sure that you don't become prideful? One of the things is having a healthy fear of the Lord, being afraid of losing His grace and being punished. Like having just, imagine life just falling at you. Just like so many things going wrong in your life. Maybe you had a time in your life where this happened. Maybe it was not like random, right? Maybe it doesn't have to be, but maybe it's because you become prideful. It's because you became disobedient to God. You thought yourself you're just above everybody else, right? You're just like, oh, I did this, right? This is me. This is my doing. And remember, this is one thing that allows you to not become prideful. Remembering that God allows you. It's God that allows you to do all. And that you will lose everything if you don't stay humble. And also admitting that you have more to learn. This is basically being humble. Is like admitting that you have more to learn and that you need help. And you need help from God and from others. And so here are the 2 lies more like clearly. Like I wrote them down, like to me it was very useful. By the way, if this video helps you out, don't forget to like, subscribe, because more videos from Jill, I'm telling you, are going to help you a lot. Like when you listen to this word and you apply it, it prevents you to become prideful. These are also like reminders. I make these videos every day so that you are reminded of the truth and of the timely words that God gives me. And sometimes even like listening to videos from like, I personally do that myself. I listen to videos from my channel, like older videos, and I'm just like, oh, dude, this is so convicting. This is so useful to me right now, right? So I'm telling you, this channel is for you. And if you want to support it, thank you so much. Link in the description to do so. The 2 lies. First lie, your worth is based on what you do. And you're not lovable unless you do. This is basically the thing. I need to do something to be lovable. I need to do something to be worthy. It's false. You can stay in bed all day, not do anything. And God loves you so much. So much. It doesn't mean that you have to do that, right? It doesn't mean that it's good for you to stay in bed all day. But it means that whether you do a lot, whether you do great, it's outside of your result, outside of your performance, outside of the money you make, outside of how many likes you get, God loves you the same. And He loves you so much. Second lie. What you can do, the great results, is all you're doing, right? Thanks to you, you got these results. You are better than others. You can do anything, maybe even without God. This is the second lie. And realize that these are lies. And you realize it with the truth. So on the first thing, you're not lovable unless you do. Realize the truth, I told you, it's like you are worthy and lovable just because you are God's child. Just like because God loves you, God created you. Just because of that. And the second truth is that God allows you to do great things. Without Him and without others, you wouldn't be able to do a thing. Like realize, even like me right now, how can I become prideful when I remember and when I realize I'm only able to make these videos right now if I do great things and I do great amazing videos, even if it was my video, I just scripted everything and I just like I did everything to make this video great. Well, realize then how lucky I am to be able to have a camera. I didn't build this camera, right? You didn't build the house that you're living in right now. The apartment you have, the car you have, the whatever you have. You didn't build it. It's not you. So if these were not here, if God didn't allow you to have these things, if God didn't allow you to have the breath that you have, you wouldn't be able to do a thing. So this is like, you are humble. Like, okay, it's not thanks to me, right? It's like, I'm just lucky. And I often just say that. I'm just lucky. I'm just very lucky. And to me, it's not luck. It's like being blessed by God, right? How lucky are you? And don't let this turn into a fear of like being paranoid of like something happening in the street. But like, how lucky are you that you don't go in the street right now and someone like a bus runs over you? Like, this is possible. An accident happened. Well, how lucky are you? Like, God gives you the breath of life. How lucky are you that there's not like, at one point there could be like a big wind that comes and some like big object, like some like little, not even that big, you know, that you're speaking and you're like open mouth and like some big insect like chokes you up. And you're done. You are lucky, right? God is with you. And it's thanks to God that you can do all things. So when you realize that you remember this, it prevents you from becoming prideful, right? And there's two extremes, right? So like one extreme, you feel like you're not worthy, you're just maybe too humble, but it's not really humble. It's like feeling ashamed and guilty, and basically like if I don't do this, and both things are correlated. So if you don't feel like you're worthy when you're not doing, it means that when you are going to do a lot and you're going to do great, you're going to feel you're so worthy. You're just like, I did that, right? But if you just take off the correlation between what you do and your self-worth, then if you don't do a lot, if you don't do great, you are worthy, you are lovable, people love you, God loves you, most importantly. And if you do great, if you do great, it's the same thing. God loves you, and you're blessed, and you're lucky, and it's thanks to God that you can do all these things. Hopefully this video helped you out. Apply it. Ask yourself these questions that I just, maybe you can replay the section on the questions. Ask yourself this question. I think it's going to help you a lot, because you could be falling in these traps. And I'll see you next one. Like, subscribe if you want to support this ministry. Thank you so much. God bless you.